Good evening, welcome to City News. I'm Adrian Ghobrial. We're live at Queen's Park, where it was a busy day with Premier Doug Ford and members of his cabinet joining the federal government to unveil the largest auto industry investment ever in Canadian history.
This is happening today, right here, right now.
$4.9 billion is about to be plugged into a new electric vehicle battery plant in Windsor, Ontario.
We're investing in making Ontario the best jurisdiction in North America to build the vehicles and batteries of the future.
The bulk of the cash is coming from Stellantis, formerly known as Fiat Chrysler, and its battery partner LG Energy, with all levels of government also chipping in hundreds of millions of dollars.
This is game-changing battery plant will help guarantee that Ontario is at the forefront of the electric vehicle revolution.
Today's message from Ontario's Premier being called a political 180 by critics. After coming into power in 2018, Doug Ford canceled rebates for people buying electric vehicles. In the fall, he had this to say when asked if he'd reconsider.
We aren't bringing it back. I'm not going to give rebates to the guys that are buying $100,000 and some odd cars, millionaires.
But they don't have to be rich people's choice. First, they got to bring back the rebates that they killed and expand those rebates, right? Expand them for lower income folks, expand them for mid-income folks, expand them to used vehicles.
Gideon Foreman is the transportation policy analyst for the David Suzuki Foundation. He says Ontario's electric vehicle sales lag far behind other parts of the country.
So you compare them to places like British Columbia and Quebec, where they have their own rebate system, and they do much better in Quebec and BC in terms of sales. Not surprising.
The Ford government also halted investment into renewable energy, electric vehicle charging infrastructure, and scrapped the EV mandate in building codes.
They killed 750 renewable energy contracts. That cost us $200 million plus in cancellation fees.
But with the provincial election looming, the Ford government is promising to now spend big on EV stations.
Over $100 million just on chargers. Each new charging station brings us closer to making made in Ontario electric vehicles the top choice for drivers.
While the Premier didn't use the words climate change in his speech today, he was bullish on the importance of building up the province's electric vehicle manufacturing sector, though the opposition believes Ontario is arriving late to the lucrative party.
In the U.S. last year alone, $25 billion invested in electric vehicle supply chains, $11.5 billion in the states of Kentucky and Tennessee alone. Ontario should be capturing more of those investment dollars.
How important are electric vehicles and green infrastructure for the future of our economy here in Ontario?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, first of all, if we don't tackle the climate crisis, all bets are off on everything. But there's a huge amount of money that we can make and jobs we can produce through green technologies.
The announcement today in Windsor promises to create 2,500 jobs at the plant. It's not just the amount of money being spent that is big. The new facility will be about the size of 112 NHL hockey rinks and will be home to Canada's first giga factory.